Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to my beachside live stream. As usual, once we get everyone inside, we'll get started. Hello, Tanya. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm using a lavalier microphone, and it's pretty windy out and noisy with the waves, so let me know if you can hear me all right. All right, good to hear. All right, everyone can hear me good. That's good. Well, I'm currently sitting beachside, Panama City Beach. It's partly sunny and about 71 degrees right now. So back home, where I'm from, near Scranton, Pennsylvania, I saw it's in the 20s right now. So definitely not complaining about where I'm located right now. Just down here for a vacation. We're here for 2 weeks, and we're departing Monday to head to Orlando to go to Disney, and then we'll be returning to Panama City Beach on Wednesday, and then leaving and making a 3-day trip home starting Friday. So it's been a great trip so far, and have a lot more to go still. Dirty blow. Geez, that's horrible. Hey, Kathleen. Jay, I know that was a long video. Did you like it? Abandoned sandcastles. Every time I find one that gets whisked away by the waves. Hey, hello, Berwick, Pennsylvania. I imagine it's pretty miserable right now with the weather. Hi, Keely. Yeah, they're up in the condo right now. I'm down here just taking some time for myself, catch up with everyone. Hello, Alexandra. Oh, thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. That was a tough video to film, not only based on its location, but how large it was. And I thought about making it 2 parts, but I figured one long video would be good, and I think it paid off. And this beach, I just want to show you too. I've never been to beaches down here. It's almost like powdered sugar. I mean, there's like shells everywhere, you can see. It's like what you see on a postcard. Really beautiful stuff here. And the sand, like I said, is like powdered sugar. I'm used to the sand in Ocean City, Maryland and New Jersey, and it's grainy and nothing like this. Hey, Rich, thank you very much. Glad you appreciate I appreciate that you like it. Really thankful that you guys checked it out and were able to sit through that long of a video. It's probably my longest video to date. Hey, Leanne. Sorry about the wind here. It's kind of picking up right now. Yeah, we've had great weather since we've gotten here on Monday. It's been either upper 60s or lower 70s and sunny just about every day, so can't complain about that. I'll give you guys a view of myself here. There I am. Yeah, right behind me is the condo we're staying in. We're on the 9th floor and we have a oceanside view, so get to wake up every day and go to bed every night seeing the sunset and the sunrise. As you can probably see behind me, there's some people on the beach here, not too many, so it's, you know, pretty calm and peaceful. Down here is some more. Known as the Emerald Coast. Tybee Island, Georgia. Never been there. Well, I'm glad I could share it with you guys. I know not everyone's able to get out and travel and explore, so I do my best to bring you along and make you feel like you're a part of me. Or not part of me, but joining me, you know? Yeah, well, you gotta remember too, it's winter time, so I mean, the ocean's not really warm enough to swim in. And right now it's kind of a, I guess you could say like a senior citizen type community. It's a lot of elderly people down here right now, but next month will be spring break and it'll be transformed with a bunch of college kids. Probably freezing. I think it's like 71 right now. It's like perfect for me. I didn't find out what that was. Somebody said it was a type of jellyfish. Somebody said it wasn't. Either way, I didn't want to touch it, so not sure. I'll give you guys a, hopefully we can see over here, a look in the water. It's a little harder to see now because the sun's not showing. The water is really clear down here. This morning when the sun was overhead, I was kind of walking out in the water here up to my knees and crystal clear. I couldn't believe it. It's almost like a screensaver. Temperature of the water, I think it's in the low 60s. It's warm enough to stand in, but after a little bit, you do get kind of chilly. I really wanted to go snorkeling in here because there's lots of cool shells. We've picked a whole bunch of them, but a little too cold for my taste. I don't think you can drive any vehicles on the beach here, not that I've seen. They have everything for rent though. You can rent gas-powered golf carts, you can rent scooters, you can rent like crotch rockets, the sport bikes. You can rent those three-wheeled motorcycles, all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, this is, the hurricane did come close to here, and there is some damaged areas, and actually made a video, which I'll be debuting in a couple weeks, from Mexico Beach. That's about 45 minutes to an hour away from here, and the whole town is basically devastated. Like there's a quarter of what used to be there still standing. Everything else was destroyed by the hurricane. So that will be a video coming out, and I do have a lot of photos I'll be sharing as well. There's an abandoned Wendy's that was destroyed. There's a bunch of restaurants, a strip mall, an apartment building, just all kinds of stuff that was destroyed, and I made a few videos, so those will be coming out in the coming weeks. Right down here, right there is two nightclubs, which I was checking out. They're closed for the season right now. I think one is, I can't even think of the name of them. One starts with an S though, but one's reopening in the springtime, and one I think is closed for good. There's actually a fire there, a bunch of fire trucks the other night, so I was kind of poking around. You can walk up on the back patio of it. They have a built-in pool and a stage and everything. And I was doing some metal detecting on the beach here too, which was pretty neat. Oh yeah, that's right, Paula. Yeah, if you're a patron member of mine, you would have seen the sneak from the abandoned Wendy's. Hello, Zoe. Let me check some of your comments here. Yeah, I'd like to return in the summer and go in the water, because the water we have up in the Northeast is cloudy and murky. This is like just shy of like being in Bermuda or Bahamas or something like that. And I know it doesn't look it right now, but when the sun's directly overhead, you can see straight through to the bottom, no problem. Did find a few coins, a lot of scrap metal, iron, but nothing of value, just some cool stuff though, but it's just neat to use it. You see there's some baby seagulls right here. It's like they're looking for a snack. As I mentioned too, you could find a lot of cool shells. Like Lily was down here and we picked a bunch that to put into a bottle with sand. And there's just lots of these little cute little shells here. All different shapes and sizes and colors. As I mentioned, I was walking in the water earlier and we found a whole bunch of them. Really neat designs and everything. Yeah, my biggest fear is stepping on a jellyfish. I never would like to experience that pleasure, I guess you could say. Yeah, we did find, this morning I found a big shell, probably about the size of my hand. It was like a big curved shell, almost like, let me see if I could find a representation of it. It was basically a shell like this, but it was the size of my whole hand. And I found it in the water. I was walking and I saw just the tip of it sticking above the sand. I reached out and grabbed it. I couldn't believe how big it was. It was completely intact. So that was our biggest and best find. Let me get back to my beach chair here and I'll sit you guys back down. Yeah, we found like mini conch shells, but they were partially broken, but they're still neat though. Sandpipers, I thought they were baby seagulls. Yeah, it's been pretty windy here nearly every day, but today is one of the more calmer days. This morning, there was no waves at all. It was kind of almost it reminded me of just a still photo. It was so quiet and peaceful. So I know some of you watched my Never Leave video last night. Do you guys have any thoughts on it after watching all of it? I know it was an extremely long video, but hopefully you guys found it entertaining. I always have a joke with my daughter when we see seagulls. I say that seagull's name is Steven Seagal. And since I've been down here, I filmed, I think, about 4 videos already. Did 3 yesterday showing the abandoned locations and devastation from Hurricane Michael. I filmed a ride, an attraction in Gatlinburg, and I filmed, what else? I forget. And I have a bunch of videos coming out from Disney. And then there'll be like, losing my train of thought here. The Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise, the Transit Authority. Those will all have individual videos. Then I'll be making a highlights video showing our fun throughout the day. And we're heading to Pigeon Forge Friday. I have a video coming out from there. And then some abandoned places on the way home in North Carolina and Virginia. So this whole trip, I'm going to have probably over a dozen videos. So not all of them will be abandoned, but I guarantee they will be fun videos. Yeah, I think that's probably the best resort I've ever been to, and with the sheer size of it and the amount of items left behind, it was definitely a great find. And it's set to be torn down. Well, it's supposed to be torn down already, but probably be torn down this spring. And actually received some criticism from somebody who I'm not really familiar with, but as you know, I share my photos and my videos on Facebook, on social media, and someone commented complaining that I was sharing the title of the location, ruining it for everyone else. And he was basically stating that I was doing it to try to gain views and to boost my own ego. And those of you that know me know that I'm could be more opposite of that, you know, that I put out my videos and I'm real and honest and genuine, and I only share the locations if they're permittable. Just like Grossinger's and Homowack and other places, I share the name because they're no longer there, no longer really a mystery. You know, people are well aware of them. They've been very well documented, and they're already trashed. They're already destroyed. Places like the funeral home and other places, I don't share because I'm helping preserve it from vandals. But for some reason, this guy decided to come at me and give me a hard time about it. And it was in a Facebook group that I'm a member of, but I don't run. It's Abandoned Finds, ran by J Drone. And Jay ended up blocking him. And then the guy came on YouTube here and left a comment before the video premiered saying no one wants to watch my, sucky videos. So he's just the photographer out of New Jersey, and for whatever reason has some kind of gripe. But block button takes care of that. It used to get to me a lot. I used to really get offended and take it personally, but I've learned to deal with it. And the more popular you get, the more trolls that come out. So very rarely I do talk back and stand my ground with them, but sometimes I have to. Other times I just block them and move on. I don't like to give them any attention. Yeah, I mean, I can understand if it's a place that's never been filmed before. You know, if I gave away the name of the funeral home and told everybody where it's at, then I could see being upset because everyone's going to go there, steal the equipment, vandalize it, graffiti it. But I'm not that type of person. You know, I do have respect for the locations I filmed. But with a place that's been documented with over a dozen videos, and it's been visited by hundreds of people, and it's set to be demolished, it's not really much of a mystery. So I'm not really exposing anything to anyone. Well, one thing I am grateful for and thankful for is everyone's support. You guys, I've mentioned before, are an awesome bunch of people, and I couldn't ask for a better bunch of viewers. I definitely consider you part of my family, and I can easily say I have more friends on YouTube than I do in real life. You know, that might sound pathetic, but it is the honest truth. I have so many real, honest, genuine, friendly, and polite people that watch my videos, and I love chatting with you guys, and that's the reason I do the live streams, I do the premieres, and I take the time to respond to everyone's comments. So if you're new to my channel, you know, you're in for I guess you could say, a very interactive YouTube channel. And those of you that have been with me, hopefully you continue to stick around and enjoy my future content. Well, thank you to everyone that enjoys my videos. I really appreciate it. Is the audio still coming through okay? It's getting kind of windy now. I don't want to have you listen to a bunch of wind. Okay, good. I'm going to turn it around here. I'm using this little lavalier microphone. It only costs $20, so I figure it would help in the windy conditions like this. What would you guys rather look at me or look at the beach? I don't want to give you a bad image here and break your phone screen or anything like that. Can't do both. It's one or the other. Move the camera around some. All right, I'll give you guys a little bit of a view here. Let me adjust this a little bit. I have you guys on a tripod here, so give me a moment. Yeah, microphone, yeah, I guess it cut out for a second, sorry about that. Microphone and all my equipment is listed down below in the description. I'm actually gonna be making a video in a couple weeks showing all my equipment up close and personal and giving you some information about it and letting you know how you can get your own if you ever wish to. Oh, thank you, Betty Miller. I appreciate that. Electrical dynamo, temperature is around 70 degrees right now. She could be your twin. Soon will be a nice sunset. Yeah, sunsets here are beautiful. And on the condo or on the 9th floor, we keep the patio door open and you can hear the waves like it's 10 feet away from you. Thanks, Zoe. And that's like I mentioned before, I used to be a photographer, not professionally, just as a hobby, but I like to incorporate photos and video and before photos and information about the locations just to give you a real in-depth look and feel for the places that I visit. Yeah, wherever the 9th floor is up there, sorry about that, somewhere around there we're staying. We're on the 9th floor. It's a pretty big 2-bedroom condo. Oh, I agree, Kathleen. I mean, anyone could go to a location and point a camera around and say, oh yeah, this looks cool. But it really takes time and effort to do research, collect the old photos, try to line them up, and then edit it all together to make it a semi-professional looking video. There's a lot of people out there that make much better videos than I do, and hopefully, you know, one day I'll get up to that level, but I'm always striving to improve. I'll give you guys a little pan around here though. Old paper factory. I'm not sure where that's at. Rich, you're 100% right about that. It's lighting and the right angle is what really makes a good photo. People think it's the camera, but I take all my photos with my smartphone, so. No, I wasn't aware of that, so I haven't checked it out. I did film just about 10 minutes away from here. There was an old amusement park called Miracle Strip Amusement Park. Closed around 2003, 2004. But everything was knocked down by 2010, but they did leave part of their chairlift ride. And I went there 2 days ago and filmed it and found a couple other cool items on the property there. So that video will be coming out as well. You guys can see in the distance there's a little sailboat out there. Now Richard, I use Filmora. That's one thing that's good about Pennsylvania is they don't get in any type of hurry to demolish buildings. They really drag their feet on it, so it usually takes years until they accomplish what they want. Yeah, well, as you guys know, I do enjoy caves and mines, so they always pique my interest, as well as Cliff, the Wandering Woodsman. We have the same passion when it comes to that. Well, yeah, V, I can see how that is true because, like I said, by driving around, I've seen quite a few abandoned places. Some of them, I should say, most of them are boarded up or fenced off. And I don't want to press my luck in a different state, but down near Mexico City and even Panama City, I filmed an abandoned strip mall, an abandoned apartment complex, which was completely ripped open, and showed a bunch of the abandoned houses and destruction. So 2 videos will be abandoned. The 3rd video will just be showing the devastation. So, oh, we got a helicopter coming. Get to the chopper! That's a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Another cool thing here is the Air Force is not too far away from here. We passed it going down to Mexico Beach, and the fighter jets fly right over the ocean here. You can see them almost eye level from our balcony. Absolutely, Zoe. I do plan on traveling a lot more. As I mentioned, on the way home, we're going to be stopping in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I think it's Harrison, Virginia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and also North Carolina. One of them is an abandoned drive-in theater, and 2 of them are farmhouses. So those will be getting filmed on the way home. But I traveled to New York, Maryland. I want to get out towards Pittsburgh. I like to get down to Delaware and a couple other places. So traveling is my main goal for the near future. No, I didn't stop at any beaches in Virginia or anything like that. Just kind of passed through, but we'll be staying on the way home. Hey, Deb. Yeah, I did make a video too. We went to Wonderworks, which is, if you've ever seen videos of it from Carpetbagger or Adam the Woo, it's usually an upside down building. That was a lot of fun. That was like an indoor amusement park. They have a lot of different rides, interactive things, hands-on things. We made a video of that, of some of the things we did there. So that was a really cool place we stopped at. Right across the street was Ripley's, which has a big boat. Looks like the Titanic going down. We didn't go in there, but we did do Wonderworks, which was a lot of fun. 2 abandoned Targets. Those would be pretty neat to see. Stick to videos, Jay. Well, driving's not too bad once you get used to it, as long as you have a good destination in mind and you take stops and take breaks. You know, I actually love driving and doing road trips. Richard was, I think I saw there's a guy, I think Journey with Jay's friends with him, and maybe Wally's, Manny Quacky or something like that. I know he's kind of following in Wally's footsteps, doing a lot of abandoned Kmarts and stuff, so I don't know if he's been there. I do know he went to the what is it? I think it's the Walmart that shut down due to the methane gas. I think he was afraid to go in the building, but I saw some of his videos. Yes, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Sorry about that. Thank you, Deb. Hey, RJ. Hot air balloon at Wonderworks. No, I didn't see a hot air balloon there. Well, I'd like to come to Delaware. Just got to find some places to film there. Dinner, we're going to be headed to Panda Express. It's actually my first time eating at one earlier this week, and Lily and myself love it there, so we're going to go there for dinner. But this afternoon we went to Dave & Buster's, played a bunch of video games, and had lunch there. That was really good food as well. Panama City, yeah, there's quite a bit of shopping. There's a place called Pier Park. That's where Dave & Buster's is. It's a little walk-through area. They have an IMAX theater, some touristy stuff, a lot of shops. We had some very expensive ice cream, but it was very good though. Yeah, that's the only problem with the big box stores that are abandoned. I've done an Acme and an Ames, but they're mostly gutted and empty shells. I mean, I know people do like to see them. That's why I do film them. But some people are dedicated, have a dedicated following for that stuff. And I mean, and all the power to them. It doesn't excite me that much, but at this point, I mean, abandoned is abandoned, so it is content. I had cotton candy ice cream, and it was a color of like Smurf blue, and I don't know if you could see. My tongues are still a little bit blue. I ate it before though. I looked like I got in a fight with the Smurf because I was all blue around here. My teeth and my tongue were all blue. It was, it was pretty funny. It's pretty bright out here too. And the funny thing is that I didn't realize it until coming out here is we're actually in a different time zone. I think right now by you guys, well, what time is it right now on the East Coast? Or for Pennsylvania? I'm guessing it's probably around 4:30 or so, 4:45. Well, regardless of what time it is, it's an hour behind here, so when I scheduled the stream for 4 o'clock, I had to start it at 3 o'clock here. So I'm kind of thrown off with the time zone change. And then Monday when we go to Orlando, I'll be back on Eastern Standard Time. So it's gonna be all messed up, but I'm making it work. Almost 4 p.m. Central Time, okay. 4:40 Eastern Time. If you want, I could give you guys a closer look at the waves coming in. I could bring the camera a little bit closer to the water if you guys want to see that. Let me know. If not, I'll keep it where it's at. I have been swimming. Our condo has a outdoor heated pool, and they have 2 jacuzzis. So we've been doing lots of swimming. Haven't been in the ocean swimming, just kind of wading in the water, looking for shells, but that's about it. I didn't see, what's that about the chair? This is the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, we're in the Panhandle of Florida. Ocala Forest, I never even heard of that. I'll have to look into that. I'm sure they have saltwater taffy somewhere. Not like they do in Ocean City, but Water is not freezing. Water's in the low 60s. It is chilly, but it's not freezing. I mean, it kind of stings a little bit, but I was able to stand in it for about 20 minutes looking for shells, and it wasn't too bad. It's tolerable. No, not really any sea glass. This is one of the cleanest beaches I've ever been to. Just lots of little tiny shells here and there, but for the most part, the sand is like, it just reminds me of powdered sugar. And don't forget, guys, as Paula mentioned, if you want to help support my my videos, my adventures, there's a few ways you could do that. You're not obligated to, but donations are welcome. You could do the super chat feature during my live streams or premieres. That's where you click on that little dollar icon, and you can make a donation of any amount you like, and it helps make your comment stand out and it gets noticed better, and I'll give you a shout out for that. You could also donate on my Patreon page, where if you donate $2, you'll get exclusive access to upcoming videos and projects. I do share photos and information about places I've been, and I usually release my videos a few weeks later on, so you find out before anyone else what I've been working on. Or if you donate $10 or more, you get the same access, and your name will appear in one of my future videos. And lastly, I have a Spreadshirt merchandise shop where you can pick up JPVideos t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, so on and so forth. So you can check all that out. The links are down below in the description. So that's my selfless plug. No dolphins. Someone said they saw a manatee, I think yesterday, somewhere out here, but I haven't seen it. The last time I had saltwater taffy was in Ocean City for the Christmas parade. Ocean City, Maryland. They were throwing taffy off the parade floats. What are you doing?
Move it, mister.
What? Oh, here's a nice one here.
Move it.
Want to say hi or no? Hang on. There's Jill. He's out here looking for shells. Where's Lily at? So if you guys want a closer look at the waves coming in, I can move the camera closer. Let me know. The helicopter's coming back. They're saying hello to you. Hey, Jason, I have tons of abandoned videos that I've released recently and a lot more coming out, so make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. But if you missed any of my abandoned videos, just go to my Abandoned Remains series playlist and you'll find all my abandoned videos there. Oh, wind almost blew the camera over. Yeah, they have helicopter tours, that's what it is. I'm going to position you guys a little bit better here, so give me a moment. Oh, lost you guys for a second there. Sorry about that. That's a very nice view from the 9th floor. Can never collect enough shells. Is this a little better view? Well, they got a bird's eye view of me, so. And she's not into the abandoned stuff or making videos like I am, but she's very understanding when I have to go out and film, so it's good to have a supportive wife. Yeah, we're staying in that big condo building behind us. If it's too loud, let me know. I'll back up a little bit. I usually research my videos prior to going there. I'm sorry, I usually research the locations prior to making the video to gather information. Sometimes I do get information afterwards if it's presented to me by someone, or if there's any updates that are worth making. But for the most part, once I make a video, I kind of move on to the next one. But there have been a handful of times where places have been knocked down, or I learned from someone the history about something I wasn't aware of. So sometimes, but mostly it's prior. Where is what location? I won't be going in a helicopter. I'm afraid of heights. So I'm sure there's other videos out there. I'll fly in a plane, but a helicopter I'm not too crazy about. Panama City Beach, just like the title says. Yeah, I haven't encountered people personally that are living in there, but definitely see a lot of signs of vagrants and homeless people, whether it's drug paraphernalia, sleeping bags, food. I typically film my stuff in the morning, so most people are out during the day doing whatever they're doing and come back at night. So I've encountered other explorers and stuff like that, but thankfully I haven't come across anyone negative. The only time I didn't go into a place was a location that Journey with Jay told me about down in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It's a bunch of abandoned houses that it was called like the Homeless Haven or something like that. It was like a condo for homeless people. And I knew for a fact there was homeless people inside, so I didn't go in because I was by myself. It was a bad neighborhood, so that's one of the few times I didn't go into a place. Give me 1 second, I gotta grab my chair. Oh, the water microphone got wet. You guys still hear me? The water, I guess the tide's coming in. The microphone got wet. Hey Jay, if you ever decide to go in, let me know. I'll go with you because it's definitely a sketchy place. I haven't gotten hurt really. I fell through a floor twice, but thankfully I haven't really had any injuries, so I've been very lucky for that aspect. Hey Rich, that's a good way to do it too. I mean, people do things differently, and you know, basically whatever works for you is the good way to do it. I typically like to have some kind of background before I go there, but places like roadside finds and stuff like that, I don't research obviously because I just stumble upon it until I research it afterwards. Well, I guess drug addicts typically go to abandoned places so they don't get caught, I'm guessing. Now, we haven't really had to dig for shells. I've been finding them just on the surface, and I found like one the size of my hand earlier in the water. It was pretty awesome. Can you hear you? How were you on that ladder then in the asylum? I don't know which ladder that was in the asylum. I could do ladders if they go up like one floor, but I can't do like a really tall, sketchy ladder. I could go underground in mines all day though. Salton Sea in California. Well, California's a long way from me. I'm hoping to get out there next year for Route 66 trip. Thank you, Kathy. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember peeking through the windows and those houses were... It's okay. But yeah, the houses were filled, so I'd like to get inside. She's in the condo with her grandfather. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, what do they call that, V? I think ASMR or something like that. Could be like a 6-hour video to fall asleep to. Maybe it'll go viral. Jellyfish, I think so. I shared a video on my personal page. I'll actually share it on my JPVideos Facebook page as well. There's something I filmed underwater earlier this morning. It looks like a jellyfish, but it doesn't have any tentacles, so I'm not quite sure what it was, but I'll share that video later on. And if you're not a follower of my Facebook page, find the link down below in the description, and I share a lot of photos and videos there as well. Basement, and it was green. I think it was a short ladder. It wasn't that bad. Hey, Route 66, we had plans to do it this year, but then this trip that we're on right now kind of fell into our laps kind of last minute, so Route 66 is being put off till next year, but that's okay with me. Now, I don't feel claustrophobic at all. As you already know, I'm not really a small, skinny guy. I am a bigger guy, built like a linebacker, so I've had to crawl through some pretty tight spaces, and Cliff is about half the size of me, so he fits through without a problem, but needless to say, I don't feel claustrophobic. I don't feel scared. I do know my limits, and I do avoid areas that are treacherous and dangerous, but I'll go underground without any hesitation rather than going up on top of a building. Now, Journey with Jay, who's watching, he's pretty much the opposite. He'll climb up on sketchy ladders and roofs and porches, and he has no fear when it comes to that. So everyone is kind of good in their own way. I'm better at going underground, so I don't want to fall from a high location. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome, RJ, to get some probably really epic photos with your truck parked in a lot of killer locations. Just reading some of your comments here. Oh, we got Steven Seagal is making his cameo. Farm Hunter channel. No, I haven't seen that.
Got that big old stand there. Move better, could you, right there? I mean, stand and stand. Look at that.
No, Jay, I agree with you 100%. You only live once. That's why I go underground where most people don't go. So I'll save the heights for you. Cheryl, I believe I answered your question. I haven't gotten hurt exploring. Thanks, Smoking Joe. I'm glad you and your nephew enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I remember reading a comment about a mirror in the shrine, but I haven't really had a chance to take a good look at it. Skinny dip in the water, no thanks. Yeah, I've watched some of Explore With Us. I like some of their videos. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, it's actually a law here. You can't feed the seagulls on this beach. Oh, that one got my feet wet. I am from Pennsylvania. And just a reminder too, I've made mention of it on my community tab, so make sure you guys check that out from time to time. I do share a lot of updates and polls and stuff like that. But next month in March, probably end of March, I'm gonna be heading to the Pennsylvania abandoned turnpike tunnels. I know a lot of people have been there, but I haven't yet, so I'm planning on going there end of March. I'm gonna finalize a date, and I did put a poll out to see if anyone's interested in going. So I think Adam T and a couple others have mentioned they'd like to join me there. So if you have any interest in that, stay tuned for an update on that. In April, we're going to be doing another video of Centralia showing the location where the gentleman fell into the sinkhole back in the 80s. Adam T is going to be giving a tour of that, so you could join us there as well. And then in May is the YouTuber Mega Meetup at Steamtown. There's over 80 people confirmed to attend right now. And there's people coming from Canada, Australia, Panama, and all various states. So that's going to be a huge, major meetup. That's May 18th in Steamtown at Scranton. And then June, we're going to be having, first weekend in June, we're going to get the details finalized. We're going to have a meetup at Gettysburg. So a lot of things planned for the upcoming months. So if you're from the area or if you're looking to travel, consider attending one of those events. You get to meet myself, a lot of other YouTubers, and you don't have to be a YouTuber. It's open to everyone. They're family friendly, and everyone is welcome to attend. Is the stream still going? I don't know if you guys still here. I don't know if it froze up or not. Yeah, I'm thinking it froze. I may have to restart it. You guys still seeing the video feed? Can you hear me? Not seeing any comments popping up. All right, I'm gonna restart up right back. Did I lose you guys there? I didn't see any more comments. I think I lost the feed for a second. I don't know what happened there. Hey, everyone's saying everyone it's coming through, but I couldn't see any more comments. Last comment I saw was something about weed. I don't know. Let me scroll back to see what I missed here. Give me a second. Paula, are you smoking weed too? That's the last comment I saw. Hello, Carol. Yeah, the ocean's coming closer to me. Well, Peter, I'm used to the cold and snow right now too this time of year in Pennsylvania, so it's okay to be a little bit jealous. I still jump in. Abandoned subway tunnels in Cincinnati. There's actually, yeah, I did see the video for that, Richard, for the proper people. There's abandoned subway tunnels in Rochester, New York. I want to get there this summer and film those as well. There's only about 2 or 3 videos on them, and they're not really well done. I have lots of good lighting and would love to get a group of people to go check those out. It's a long drive. It's about, I think, 3.5, 4 hours away, but it'd be a pretty killer location. All right, Zoe, have a good night. Yeah, Jay, I saw that abandoned house on the maps right by the tunnel there. It's covered in a lot of trees and foliage. So have you been inside of that one? I may have to do that, Kathy. And this water is getting closer. I may have to back up soon. I'm just catching up on your comments. I actually, after being in Tennessee, I'd love to live in Tennessee. Jill and I were talking about possibly moving there sometime. It's a beautiful area. The Smoky Mountains are absolutely gorgeous. And there's a lot of abandoned places. There's a lot of things to see and do. So Tennessee may be calling my name at some point. I may have to abandon ship out of Pennsylvania. But it'd be tough though to leave Knoebels, because Knoebels is my favorite park. Love the shirt. Thanks, RJ. I thought you'd appreciate it. Abandoned mine exploration. Yeah, I do have a bunch of abandoned mines. I have a playlist for that. Yeah, I did metal detect down here 2 different days. I borrowed a metal detector, and I was just trying to get my bearings with it. It takes a lot of patience, I'll tell you that, but it is pretty neat though, and kind of rewarding. Once you hear that thing start dinging, it really gets you excited. Must be your end not working. UFO and Bigfoot. I don't know what you guys are talking about here. Oh, Karen, I'm glad you found me, and being addicted is a good thing, at least with my channel, so let me know if anything I could do to help you navigate your way or answer any questions about my videos. I'd be glad to help. Rochester, 6 to 7 hours. Yeah, it's, like I said, 3 to 4 hours for me, but I discovered it last year, and there's a couple different sections of abandoned subway tunnels. And like I mentioned, there's not any good videos of it, so I'd love to get there if anyone's willing to make a road trip there. Not much in there. Okay. All right, Lady Vamp, thank you for stopping by. All right, bye, Leanne. Thanks for stopping by today. Daytona Beach. Panama City Beach, around the Panhandle. You can make a detour in Greenville, Tennessee when you go to Pigeon Forge. I don't own a metal detector yet. I'm thinking about buying one. I'm not sure if I will or not. I don't really have the time to set aside just for metal detecting, but possibly. Dave Asimov, what's up? All right, Deb. See you later. Hey, Choppy. Yeah, if you're gonna go to that resort, Neville, go to it sooner than later. It's already set for demolition. They have the dynamite marks set in place, so I can almost guarantee probably by the end of March, it'll probably be gone. Oh, a foot in the sand, okay. Well, I am a size 13 foot, so it might have been my foot. All right, Jason, take care, man. Coast stations. Well, that's pretty awesome to hear that, Peter. Since you're in the center of Tourist Hill. Trick tourists about what? Oh, just saw your other comment. Well, not looking to get arrested down here, so. Oh, Tabby, thank you so much for that. There's very few other urban explorers that I watch just because they don't know how to use a camera, or they don't know how to explain things, or they don't know how to do research. So I mentioned before, Proper People, I'm a huge fan of. I support them 100%. And Dan Bell, when he was doing abandoned videos, I liked his work as well. Explorer does have some good content. I did watch a few videos of Oh My Gosh, but his channel turned into more of like a drama scene than anything else. I don't know, I just kind of lost interest in it. I do watch a viewer of mine, Rich Discoveries. He's up in Connecticut. He makes abandoned videos. I watch his channel. Heather Sparkles is now Heather Explores. I watch her videos. So I like to support and help new upcoming channels, but proper people, if they have well over 500,000 subscribers. But Garrett 400. I was looking at the Garrett 250 or 300, but kind of on the fence. I don't know what's happening here. Stream keeps coming in and out. Sorry about that. Mark Cooper, you're counting. Yeah, did you guys hear my little rant there about who I watched as far as Urban Explorers? I think maybe it cut out. I was talking about proper people and some of the other channels because, what was her name? Tabby Cat was making a comment. I was just kind of responding to her. Pensacola, Florida, so close. Okay, sorry. I guess it was buffering. Yeah, I made mention that there's very few Urban Explorers that I watch because of the lack of good camera work, lack of research, lack of explanations of things. So proper people I watch, Rich Discoveries up in Connecticut, Heather Sparkles, she just got into urban exploring. I made mention that I like to watch and support new upcoming channels. So proper people though I do love. Oh my gosh, I watched some of his videos and I lost interest because he's more about drama now with his ex-wife and his new girlfriend and stuff. So I kind of watch my own videos. I just like the places I go to. Can I have a wrench, please? You mean as a moderator? Jack Vegetables, what's up? '70 Resort. I did, was it in the Poconos or New York? Because I've done a bunch of resorts. His car broke. Eve, yeah, I'll do that, but I can't do it through my phone right now. I have to do it on a laptop, so I will add you later on. I want to show you some nice color in the sky right now. All right, sorry about that. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Poconos, I filmed Unity House, which is in Bushkill, Pennsylvania, and I filmed, what was the other one? Summit Resort. And Summit Resort is not far from Birchwood and Penn Hills, which I didn't film, but it may have been Summit Resort. That's one of the more popular ones in Poconos. Like my boyfriend would like have a travel channel on YouTube. Yeah, a travel channel is a good idea. You get to see a little bit of everything. Get to travel the country. His waves are coming ever so closer. I did want to stop at, I think it's called Natural Bridge. I think Virginia. I think it is. And then there was some kind of big rock wall near Atlanta that they have like projections on, but the admission fees are just kind of ridiculous. -30, that's gotta be unbearable. Temperature right now, it's probably around 68, 69 degrees. It's kind of breezy. Oh yes, that's right, Paula. Thanks for reminding me. That was Mountain Manor Resort. That's also in the Poconos. I forgot about that. That burned just a couple months ago. So that's another resort in Pennsylvania. And then I did a few in the Catskills. So Pennsylvania is Mountain Manor, Summit Resort, Unity House Resort, and then an abandoned motel near What's that racetrack in the Poconos? Pocono Downs. Not Pocono Downs. Pocono Raceway. Sorry about that. I had a blank moment there. Yeah, I saw the Sky Bridge. It's not open yet, but it's not something I'll be going on. No, I'm not a Corona drinker. I like Bud Light Platinum or Yingling Lager. Make sure you guys, if you're not already a follower of my JPVideos Facebook page, make sure you follow it. I have been sharing photos from my vacation, and I will share that video later on this evening of that jellyfish-like creature that I found in the ocean earlier today. You may be able to help identify it. RJ, is it for towing the cars off the track during the race? If that's the case, that'd be pretty awesome. Just look at this view right now, though. I mean, is that something else or what? Is the stream coming through pretty clear? I know it's kind of buffering here and there, but Paula, not yet. They will be available at the beginning of March. Once I get back home, I have to get my P.O. box set up, and then they'll be available. And also, too, I'm behind on this, but I did make an announcement that once I reached 50,000 subscribers, I will be doing a kind of like a mega giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 5 different items, and I was going to do that once I reached 50,000, but I reached 50,000 right before leaving for vacation, and I didn't want to be gone away while the contest was going on. So once I get home, I will be having a video announcing my giveaway contest, and you'll have a chance to win 5 different prizes. I think I'm over 60,000 now, so it won't be next week, it'll be the week after. I'll have that video out, and it's gonna be up for 2 weeks, and it's gonna be 5 different items I've either used or did reviews on my channel. They're basically like new items. They're almost brand new, still with the box and everything. So I'll let you know how you can enter to win those. Now we're on the road to 100,000. Don't know when I'll get there. I'm thinking maybe next year sometime, but oh, we got a visitor right here. Steven's back. Steven Seagal. Probably gonna be sick of hearing that joke by the time the stream is over. I just find it funny though. There's actually little tiny baby crabs they pick out of the sand. When the waves rush over, you'll see little bubbles coming up. And my daughter and I would dig up the sand where the bubbles are, and we find little baby crabs. That's what they're eating. That, and I think like plankton. Hi, Steven. Can I get your autograph? No. He shook his head no. No autograph. Steven, come here. They want to see you up close. Steven's not listening to me. I was wondering why the numbers were dropping. That's the frustration with live streaming. One minute it works, 1 minute it doesn't. Are we back? Back, okay, good. I don't know, maybe the ocean's playing havoc with the live stream, or maybe it's the UFOs, I don't know. The stream kept going on my end, I don't know what happened. I was having a conversation with Steven, but I guess you guys missed it. Hi, Alyssa. Yeah, I guess you guys missed it. Right in front of me here was the seagull. I threw a seashell and he thought it was food. He came over and I asked him for his autograph. He shook his head no. Unfortunately, he missed it. Win at life. Well, try and fix it. I don't want to keep going through this. Yeah, it's a little bit cloudy, unfortunately, but it still looks pretty nice. Oh, all right, I'm getting him to come back. Here he comes. Here's Steven. Come here. Steven, can I have your autograph? What do you say? Come on, don't be shy. Oh, no autograph today. Sorry about that. Steven's not being very cooperative. That's my friend, Steven Seagal, for about the 5th time. Can anybody tell me a time check right now, please? I don't know if you can see in the background too, there's a couple guys down there doing some like, I don't know what it's called. They're throwing their board in the water and kind of jumping on it. I guess you want to call it like sand surfing or something. I don't know. They're not having a very good look at it though. Yeah, it is illegal to feed them. That's why I don't have any food with me. $5.23. Okay, thank you. What's that? Wakeboarding. Okay. $4.23 in Wisconsin. It's probably $4.23 where I'm at then too, because we're an hour behind. I'm gonna miss you when you leave. I hope find someone else to bug. Bodyboarding, I think, yeah, wakeboarding. What's Live PD? Live Police Department? I did boogie boarding in Ocean City, Maryland. There's much larger waves there. It's pretty calm here though, but the ocean's much cleaner. I want to go snorkeling in here so bad. I've never been to such a clear ocean before, but it's just too cold. Well, there's 2 girls sitting on the beach, but they're not in bikinis, and it's too cold for that. Well, across the street from this building is a Wendy's and a little fun park with a go-kart track, and they call it Vomitron. It's this really long like beam of a ride. You sit on one end of it and it spins around, and they have the big slingshot ride. So that's what's across the street. So just more touristy stuff. There's a place called, I forget what it's called. It has a big whale on it though. It's like a souvenir shop. Jonah the whale, maybe? I don't know. Audio and lip sync is off. I'm just having all kinds of trouble. I guess I'm gonna have to end this pretty soon then, because it's more or less just torture at this point. All right, so I'll keep the picture on the ocean. That way it doesn't look like it's out of sync. -5, yikes. I'll keep it up there wherever you're at. Yeah, my daughter's in the condo right now, and Phil's walking on the beach with her mother, so. All right, bye, Margie. And if you guys are curious about my next video, what's today? Today's Saturday. Monday, I will be uploading, I'll give you a little preview of it, but it's an abandoned school that I kind of stumbled upon. Didn't get to film the whole school, but in the one room of the school, I found several abandoned vehicles. So that video will be coming out. It's a shorter video. I kind of just shot it spare of the moment because I stumbled upon it. I do plan on returning to do a full exploration of the school, but that will be coming out. It's going to be a bunch of abandoned vehicles, including an abandoned Ford pickup truck inside an abandoned school. So that'll be on Monday's video. Find anything good? Yeah. Let me see, I'll show it to them.
Found a whole bunch of these weapons.
I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's a really tiny shell. Let me get it to focus here. It's like a little ice cream cone. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but little shells on the beach. They're pretty neat. I'll be stopping in a few minutes. Yeah, the place doesn't look like much of a school, at least the parts that I went into, but I think you guys will still like it. It's a shorter video, but pretty entertaining and pretty interesting. There's 5 vehicles, a pickup truck. I think there's a convertible. There's a couple others that I'm not even familiar with, so you'll see it on Monday. It won't be a premiere. It'll just be a regular upload because it's a short video. Hello from Toronto. Oh, RJ, I'm enjoying my family time. They're enjoying theirs. It's good to have some time apart sometimes, so no worries about that. No telephones, no, not in this one. The Ford pickup truck looks pretty awesome though. It's got a chain link steering wheel, and it's got like a teal color interior. I think RJ will really like it. Good book on seashells. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. And also, just look on the internet. I'm sure we could find a bunch of stuff. Pretty incredible sunset coming up here, right? Yeah, you're 100% right about that. Blue tarps, whoever sells blue tarps made a killing. And I mentioned earlier, I made it down to Mexico Beach and showed some of the devastation. It's kind of heartbreaking to see the amount of loss that people were dealt. It's like a war zone, pretty much. All right, sorry about that, Carol. See you in the next video. Hurricane Michael came here 4 months ago, October. And we're still far behind from recuperating from it. Oh, what I'm going to do to wrap up the video here, I'm going to take you guys a little bit of a stroll down the beach. I'll show you those guys doing the wakeboarding, and then we'll wrap it up. So give me a moment. I'm going to get myself situated here. I can't take a photo of it while I'm filming. You can probably do a screenshot on your phone, but I could probably capture some photos of the sunsets. I usually do anyways and share them on Facebook, so you can usually find them on there. All right, we'll take a little walk down here. Hey, Heather. Gonna be actually wrapping up the live stream in a few minutes, but thanks for stopping by to say hi. It's gonna be a little shaky. I'm holding this with one hand, so don't mind that. We got a bunch of these birds here. 29 in Wilkes-Barre. And I think the low here is like 50. It's nice soft sand to walk in. The water doesn't feel too bad right now, actually. All right, so long, guys. This sand here is it's like powdered sugar. So soft and white. There's a look, that's where we're staying. We're on the 9th floor, somewhere in the middle there. And you can see, if you look just to the left of the building, that's the Vomitron and the giant slingshot. Can't ask for a better sunset than that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And today's the calmest the ocean's ever been. This morning though, there was no waves at all. It was incredible. Steven Seagal's family. I think they're the cousins. See if we get these guys to go on one. All right, one final look at the sunset, but I am going to wrap up the stream here. I'm sorry about any interruptions we had. I don't seem to have any smooth live streams lately, but I still enjoy them. Hopefully you do as well. And once again, thanks for everyone that's tuning in and watching my videos, chatting with me, supporting me. It means more to me than you'll ever realize. So with that said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you haven't done so, hit the thumbs up button. Tell your friends and family about my channel. Check out my Patreon page, t-shirt shop. And remember to use the super chat features in my premieres and live streams. So with that said, I'll see you guys on Monday's video. Thanks for watching and have yourself a great weekend.